dating is viewed as casual sex.
Hookups. Yeah.
It's not viewed as something you can have something substantial, right? And also, while growing up, we've been told you can't have a boyfriend, girlfriend. No, you can't have one. Focus on your education. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about what is romance.
Hi, welcome to Switching Mindsets. This is Anuradha, and I'm speaking to Shalini Singh, founder of And We Met, a community for serious relationships for singles 28 and beyond. Hi, Shalini.
Hey, Anuradha, thank you for having me over.
Yeah, my pleasure. And I'll let you introduce it better. You said it's for Indians living in India and abroad, right?
So andwemet is a community, a space which I'm building since July 2024, and this is being built actually on WhatsApp, and it's for Indians, single Indians living in India or overseas, those who are 28, 29, 30, and beyond. And We Met is a service where the singles look for their long-term partner. So be it marriage, live-in, companionship, or they could be unsure of what they see.
I like that bit that they could be unsure. So there's a lot
Yeah,
of
I mean, yeah,
exploring and
there's so
figuring out
many,
what works.
yeah, not everybody seeks marriage, right?
Right, right. Yeah. We'll talk about that, new trends and, where marriage stands, from what you're seeing.
Okay.
So tell me why and we met. How did it start? I mean, let's get that out of the way first.
Oh, why and we met? I think the seed was sown when I was 19, which I didn't realize till much later. I come from a regular, traditional family where I was told, you got to study and, become financially independent and then get married. And whilst I was still in college study, from the age of 19 to 26, I was shown several I was introduced to parents of boys. I don't remember meeting any boy, to be honest. Okay. And they would come home and, at that time, dry fruits and all were. I mean, dry fruits at our home was only during festivals, right? But whenever I saw these people coming and we used to lay out dry fruits and things like that, and I used to wonder, what is all this? I never actually understood also the whole concept. But having said that, I got, interestingly, all those dry fruits went to vain because I got rejected by all of them, citing that, ladki kali hai, the girl is dark complexion. Okay. It was my brother who put a stop to this, right? And till date, I haven't understood what complexion has to do with who I am as a person, but never mind. Uh, Cut to now, I'm 37. And but by the way, this experience really messed my whole view towards relationship and life. And I never understood. It was my mom's dream for me to get married, right? And here I feel like I was letting her down. Okay. Now, this is happening to me personally and professionally. I was really growing and, traveling all over the world, even changed countries. But I took this time from the age of actually 26 to the age of 35 to do a lot of self reflection. And also, I took time to feel good about who I am. I didn't actually enter into any relationship because I was very confused also what is relationship. Anyways, at 37, I finished my half marathon. I'm feeling great about life, loving it. Tell my mom and her friends to help me find someone. My mom's a Punjabi, so she tells me along with them. I'm 37 now, so they tell me, "Oh my God, you want to find someone now?" Okay. And I'm like, hey, I just did a full marathon. I feel so high about life, right? And I feel so in control and I loved myself. All right. Um, so all these two incidents in my life just, subconsciously were there. I found my partner in my late 30s, and I'm in a fantastic relationship in the sense it's very healthy. We have our highs and lows, but I know what I was looking for, and he knew what he was looking for, and I can just say that we two are though literally from north and south, but we're two happy people and secure people, and I saw my relationship booming, and then I saw what was happening around, and I just knew it was just a calling, I think, and it was in time. So, and we met, just came to being, and that's where we are today.
That's great. So, tell me, I want to know how it started, with how many people, the entire thing, and where you are right now.
Huh. Okay, so and we met, the idea started in end of 2019. All right. And I, so for the next, so unfortunately, the next 3 years were very I had, life took a turn, which an unexpected turn. I, along with my mom, were primary caregivers to my ailing father. So, and we met was put in the back burner, right? And whilst and my dad left. He took samadhi in 2023, and then I took some time in just reflecting about life, right? And I was even more sure of building and we met because I realized we live one life and it has to be really lived well. And so I gave my 100% from January 2024. And whilst there was an app and there was a website, I just wasn't happy the way it had turned out. Right. And I was doing these off. So we had a few thousand people, right? And there are people who met, but I wasn't happy the way it was going. And to be honest, there was a point in June 2024 where I said, because it's not easy to build what I'm building. It's actually dealing with humans and their emotions and their expectation, right? And it's really raw. Okay. And it gets to you when you feel, oh my God, you're not being able to, what the vision, you're not being able to outline it. And so at some point, I said, maybe this is not for me and I shouldn't be doing it, right? Fine. I'm passionate about it, but I shouldn't be doing it. And I was very close to closing it when I saw that I could build it on WhatsApp. And I just put out a post. I put out one LinkedIn post in July 2024. Okay. Today, we are sitting on June 2025. Right. Oh, nearly a year. Oh my God. Nearly a year.
Congratulations.
And yeah. And we have close to 6,000 members. Okay. And we have seen 122 community members find their partner in the community. All right. And we have seen about 15 community members who have found people outside the community, but the discussions and the view and whatever happens in the community has helped them. So this is how it is today.
Yeah. So you said you're building the community in WhatsApp. So when you
Yeah.
started, did it evolve into this, or did it start out differently?
Oh, we had an app. I killed the app
Yeah.
because I couldn't get the right tech team. So on WhatsApp I can do much more as compared to the app that it was just also not getting the right tech team, and that's what it was.
Yeah, but that's interesting, because everything is about an app now. The starting point is an app these days. And also, I saw with, that you'd written that you don't believe in sharing pictures, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. And so so I just told you, we've had 122 success stories, right? 122. This is without pictures. There's a reason. So we did have pictures. There's a reason why we don't have pictures. One is I don't want pictures floating around, right? Because we're talking about
Right.
privacy. Number two is people were not sharing their updated photographs, their latest photographs. So let's see, this is what I look like right now. Okay. But what I'm sharing is what I looked much younger, or I don't look, this is not what I look like in my photographs. Right. So
Yeah.
there was, and I don't know why people did that. So that's the reason we did this. But what we're going to do is we are actually working on introducing videos. Okay, a few second videos. So where you'll have audio and visual, right? and we're working on seeing how it cannot be forwarded. So that's where we are right now. We're working on the privacy part, that if we do launch videos, we are working on the privacy part. And yeah, so but no photographs. Yeah.
Yeah, the video makes sense actually because you're seeing the person, it's more natural, right?
Yeah, I mean, even if you put filter, it's more natural.
Yeah, it's more natural. You see the mannerisms, how that person comes across. So you get an idea,
Correct.
a sense of the
And you also
person.
get a voice,
You get a voice.
because there's so many aspects to, I mean, I might say, okay, that person's great to look at. And the moment they open their mouth and you hear them, you say, oh my God, no, it doesn't work for me. So, so interesting. Dating is very, very interesting.
So you said 122 people, right? Or couples.
Mhm.
One
122 people found their person on
and
And
we
We
met.
Met.
And we met. Okay.
Yeah.
This is without any profile photos?
This is without photographs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Without
I
photographs.
I mean, I find that great and it makes sense because, you get to know the person before you see them. But how, I mean, the way we've grown up and even in the media, the first thing is, it all starts from attraction. You see the person and everything. So tell me, how does it work? The pros and cons of is it better? How does it work? Because you've seen it,
I don't
right?
know if it's better or not. Okay, that's what we have. I'll tell you, just before our call, I was on LinkedIn and somebody had put a post there about a baby fairness cream. Baby
Yeah, yeah, I
fairness
saw
cream.
that today.
All
Appalling.
right.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, now you just like, I am like, oh my God, when I read that, I said, I need to just have a stiff drink and like just go to sleep. I mean, I have like, now I need nirvana. I
Yeah,
can't do anymore.
absolutely. Yeah.
So I will. So I'll tell you what photographs. What photographs do. The pros of photograph is you get an idea of who you are speaking to or interacting with. Right. A visual is any day better than words. So that's what a photograph does, or any image does. Right. However, the con of this is that not everybody photographs well. All right. Or there are people who photograph well but not may not look as they do otherwise, right? And not everybody is so what happens is, if I don't photograph well, or if I from somebody who's come to read my details will not even read about me, they will take a look at the image and move on. We are psyched also. If you look at even media or any social media, if you look at it, it's so photograph based, right? So you look at an image, or an image based, because image actually speaks the memes, everything. So you look at the image, all right, and it intrigues you, and then you want to read it. So our minds are trained like that. I mean, anything visual, right, is fantastic. On And We Met, we are like, no, we want you to sit back and read about the person. Yes, visual is important. I am not denying it, right? So the pros are those who are open to learning about their person beyond. I mean, I'm sure they can take photographs and exchange it when they're interacting, but once they're introducing, it's no photographs. So they're
Yeah.
actually reflecting and reading about the person and even having conversations on that. Also, let's look at this also for a minute, Anuradha. I'm building And We Met for, hopefully, adults who have experienced 10 to 15 years of life, right? And you are looking at how do you're looking for a life partner for your remaining, let's just say, 40, 50 years, right? So you know that what you're looking for in a person is much more than photographs. Those who get it are investing in it. Those who don't, that's okay too. Each to their own. And for them, we are, launching videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my answer.
No, it's very interesting. So tell me, what does it look like? Like a sample or something, if somebody is introducing themselves, are they descriptors? Like, I'm sorry, I'm asking this question even, because
No,
that
that's
I'm
okay. So
tall, athletic, long hair, something like that? Or is not there
no,
at
we don't
all?
have
Ah,
anything
wonderful.
like that. I would highly recommend your listeners and you to go check out, what we ask to join the community.
Yeah,
Okay. Our questions are how do you define privilege? Share about your growing up years. Okay. We do ask how do you introduce yourself in a professional setup. We do ask the last school you graduated from. We do ask your religion. We do ask your current relationship status. Okay. And we ask what is it that you're looking for as an ultimate relationship goal, right? So we ask which part of the country are you from? What are the languages you speak? So, and we give you a section where you talk about more about you. You can talk about your height, weight, and all over there if you want,
great. It's almost like
right?
conversation
So,
has begun, even with the questions that you're listing out to me. Yeah,
yeah. So, and yeah, so it's a very interesting that you asked this. And a lot of people, and I'll tell you, a lot of people on AnviMet also have asked us, we want to know the height, we want to know the weight. Absolutely. Right. But we said, okay, why don't you put that in your more about us section? You put it. We've given you the space. And let me tell you, we have it's of course we have some fantastic stories, but some I'd like to point out where the man is shorter, the woman's taller, where the woman's earning more than the man. Okay, where a single parent is meeting someone who's never been married. Okay, so these stories, and so it's a very small community right now. So I can't say I have like thousands and thousands of people doing this, but we do have these happening for those who recognize where, yeah, where the man is younger, the woman's older, where the man's younger, never been married, the woman's older and is divorced. So what we talk about, or what I'm trying to talk about with and we met is, sort of like I'm just digressing, but like topics like on divorce not being a label but a situation. So we have various discussions in the community. So okay, let me take a step back and tell you. So they fill in this form. Okay, then we have our own internal checks and balance, and based on that we invite people into the community. Not everybody gets a chance to enter the community. Okay, we they enter the community. The community has a section where we host discussions where people can share their views and opinion. All right, those who wish to do it can do it. Then we have a section where they can go and review and read about other members and ask for introduction. In their introduction we kind of nudge them to mention there, saying why are they looking to be introduced, or why are they seeking, sorry, an introduction, right? So we kind of handhold them. And then there is another service that we provide where, I feel there's so many questions and I think people are so scared of judging. So we provide a service where they actually block my time and schedule a time with me, and they talk about their lows, their highs, their must-haves, how to create them. So I see those who are in, and we also host in the community. Sorry, we also host online meetups, just like offline meetups, but we host it online. And there's a thought behind that too. If you'd want me to share why online and not offline,
yes,
because
of
we
course.
are living, yeah, so so like I mean, I'm just saying that let's just say that somebody living in Noida will not go to Gurgaon for an offline meetup,
Yeah.
right? You want, or somebody living in Bangalore, let's say in even on Sarjapur Road, will not go to Indranagar because it's going to take you 2 hours one way, and then you're not even sure of the outcome,
Yeah, you're not even sure. So you're not that invested. Yeah.
right? And you may do it once or twice, but it gets exhausting after that. Right, so we have got a software where we have private rooms, and we do these online meetups where you can go and have one-on-one conversations with the members there. So that's what AnviMet is about, and that's what we're doing.
That's great. Really good. Sounds wonderful. And what you're saying, that now age is not such a factor. And that's true because earlier, I think when we were all growing up, even 1 year, 6 months, it was, oh, the boy is younger by 6 months and the match wouldn't happen. It was a big deal. But now 2 years, 3 years, 2 years is something that nobody even, thinks about.
It is still a factor, Anuradha. It's
Yeah.
still a
Mm.
factor, but it's not a factor for all. Earlier, it was a factor for all
For all. Yes, yes,
because the
absolutely.
societal conditioning is so deep.
Yeah.
It's a societal I mean, it is like somebody who could be single at 38, who's never been married, still wants to find someone who's never been married.
Yeah. That's true. That's still there. Yeah.
Right? So that is so it is up to, so that's why I said it is up to each individual. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but my only request is please be open, okay? And don't, find the right person for you. And so that's my only request. But then these people are there and they've been searching for, let's say, for 10 years, 15 years. All this is there. It is very much there. Right? But I just told you of some unusual stories,
Right.
right? But it's all happening on, I'm seeing everything happen on andwemet.
Yeah.
There is there is somebody who's 34, who, and this gentleman is 48, and they have connected as a pair. So that's happening too.
Yeah. So what are people looking for? Because I'm sure, like you said, it's 28 and
Oof.
beyond. Huh. It's 28 and beyond. So most people, I'm assuming, have, gone through a breakup or a whatever. They've gone through certain experiences, good or bad. So obviously, then they're more careful and your
What are
community
people
is,
looking for?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What are
So,
people looking? They're
yeah.
looking for perfection. They are
Yeah.
looking for perfection. They are looking for not making mistakes. They are looking for the vibe or the connect to start from the text. Uh, if texting is going well, they're looking for that vibe that when I meet, this person should be the person because I'm so tired. So they're in a hurry also. That's what they are. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah. So run out of patience, do you think?
Exhaustion.
Exhaustion. Okay. Yeah, that's more realistic. Yeah.
That's what they're looking for. And they should not, they're looking for something which they should not look for,
Yeah. Which is
is what I would say. They
perfection. Yeah.
need to, no, I think what they need to look for. Also, I would like to say that I think, ah, it's a very bold statement I'm making. I think Indians don't know how to date. We are not,
Interesting.
because dating is, is viewed as casual sex.
Hookups.
Okay.
Yeah. On
Yeah,
dating apps.
hookups,
Yeah.
cash. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not viewed as something you can have something substantial, right? And also, while growing up, we've been told you can't have a boyfriend, girlfriend. No, you can't have one. Focus on your education, right? Focus on your education, get a good job, then you'll get married, then you'll have children, then you get those children married, basically repeat the cycle. Nobody talks about what is a relationship, how you should handle it, how you should behave, how you can, there are life skills which you need to learn about. It's okay to get a no from someone. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about what is romance. We don't talk about what is love, what is relationship. And what's happening is the pendulum is now just going literally to the opposite direction. Where at one point, women were told to sit at home and work, not, women being a homemaker, men being a bread earner. Now it's just going the opposite direction where people are questioning, why can't I work? I will not change, right? It has to come midway, and it's not about a gender fight, in my view. And also, it's not, perfection happens, it takes years for perfection, and it may not happen,
Yeah.
right? So, what people are looking for is from the word go, I need to connect,
Yeah. That word connect.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to
Hmm.
connect, and this person has to be the right person and a perfect person. And that's not going to happen. It's going to take, it's been 15 years for me, and I am still a work in progress in my relationship,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, so that's so you asked what are people looking for? They're looking for perfection, and they're looking for their fear in making mistakes. I feel it's okay if you make mistakes too. If you liked someone and things didn't work out, it's okay. Feel upset, feel sad, but get out of it. You can't say everybody is like that. And don't let your past experience mess your now and your future.
Yeah. Wise words. So tell me, when we on that note, when we talk about perfection, are relationships also transactional now? Because Indians always have that checklist, all fair, earning this much, all those things are there. And, which city, whatever, that's the entire arranged marriage market. That's how it works, right? But today, is it also transactional in another way that, um, I spend a lot of time, reading these Reddit posts. So
Mhm.
it's literally, they have this thing that, we have to split finances 50-50, caregiving is this, everything is, literally like written down, So is it transactional now, relationships?
See, it depends. It depends on person to person. See, Anuradha, so I don't know if you'd call it transactional. See, at earlier points, okay, there was just one common account the couple shared, right? And whoever needed money took out money from that. All right. Now today, and especially on andwemet, I'm talking about our community members. Okay, they've already spent 12, 10, 12, 15 years of their life being independent, right? And I think it's okay if they say, hey, you keep your account, I keep my account, and we have a common account for the home, but we are both working towards the same goal, right? So it depends on individual. You know how I define a relationship? I define it as a wheel, the three wheels of an auto rickshaw or a tuk tuk, as it's said in Asia, where the two of you in a relationship are actually the back wheel, which you're not connected. You're connected through your commitment. Okay, so you're connected on the chassis of an auto rickshaw. Okay, in terms of relationship, you are committed in this relationship. You both are growing together and going towards the same direction, but doing your own thing. Okay, and like the front wheel, you come together many a times doing the same thing together also, right? And I think we need to recognize this. Another thing, what people are looking for, which I forgot to mention, is they are looking for everything in their person.
Yeah.
Financer, to therapist, to motivator, to doctor, to admin, to everything.
That he completes me bit, right? Or he or she, yeah.
He or she, no, he or she completes me is not the thing. He or she should be my everything.
Yeah.
And why should somebody complete you? You should be complete yourself. These phrases were different. We're talking about AI right now. AI itself is specialized. There's AI for HR, AI for finance, AI for tech, whatever. But from this person, you want this person to be the complete village. That's exhausting. Also, earlier there used to be a lot of family support, given that, the kind of lives that we are leading, fight pace, it's very fast paced lives that we are leading. The support system is also shrinking. So we are leaning on to this person. So, like, suppose somebody says, to me on and we met that, Shalini, I'm underconfident and I want someone who's very confident. This relationship will not work because that confident person, he will give up this relationship will not work at all. So why can't this person also become confident and then find the confident person?
Yeah.
So it's not only because I want to get married and you also want to get married, this relationship will work. It's not about you being fair skinned and I being light skinned and okay, our relationship will work. No, it's compatibility. So are you compatible? Does your personality, are you compatible? Financially, are you compatible? Right? Emotionally, are you compatible? Right? Sexually, are you compatible? If you have high sex drive and I have low sex drive, this is not going to be compatible. So there's so many layers, and these need to be discussed and talked in a fun way,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, so this is what I would answer for your question.
Yeah, it should be a fun exploration and, finding the right partner, ideally, right? Yeah.
Finding absolutely, I
Yeah.
think if not, people say it's one of the most important decisions of your life. I would say it is the most important decision of your life
Yeah.
because you are living with this more than even your job, because
True.
you're living with this person day in and day night, day
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Out. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, you said it's for singles who are 28 and beyond. So when we say
Mhm.
beyond, how old are we talking?
We have people from the age of 28 to the age of 65
Oh,
on
wonderful.
andwemet.
Yeah. And does it change,
That's what.
the perception and how they approach relationships? I'm sure it does. So is there any difference?
The difference, what I'm seeing is people in their 30s seek marriage as their final relationship goal. And folks in their 40s and beyond are open to other forms of committed relationship, which is live in, companionship, which means you live under your roof, I live under my roof. Right. So yeah, so that's the difference. If so there are people who seek marriage also in that age group, but I am seeing that they're open to other forms of committed relationships too.
Do you have any examples? Like, I just want to see what one such relationship or a couple of them look like. I mean, do they have children? Do they live in their own houses? How do they meet up? What does it look like?
No, so they could have children or they may not have children, but their relationship goal is that I'm not looking for us to live under the same roof, right?
Yeah,
In fact, we have a couple, and now they're now so for earlier months, their relationship goal was companionship. Okay. And both of them have children from their earlier relationship. And what they meant by companionship is, so you need to find someone who thinks like you, right? That is
yeah,
also there, right? I'm talking about compatibility.
right.
So they both said, you live under your roof, I live under my roof, and we are committed. Okay, we've decided to commit to this relationship. Socially, we'll tell people that we're not single anymore. I'm in a committed relationship. We'll be there for each other, right? And we'll meet maybe a few times a week. We'll go for vacations. So our children will meet, everything. And recently, the lady told me that they're moving in together. They've
Oh,
decided to move in together
wonderful.
along with their children. Yeah.
Okay.
But, and I asked, so what next? So she says, neither of us want to get married, but we just thought, hey, just traveling and just meeting each other, how about just moving and doing that? So that's what they're doing
Great. So it's a natural progression, nothing forced.
for
Yeah.
them.
For them.
But
Yeah.
they weren't looking for live-in.
Yeah.
They were not looking for live-in. They
Yeah.
were looking only for companionship. But,
Which works too.
look,
Yeah.
views change. Like, for example, like I'm going to ask you, like whilst I say something, how I look at relationship today or love today was very different from how I looked at when I was 20, 25, 30, 35. Right?
Yeah.
So we as people are growing, right? So we need to even consider that. Right? So
That's
that's what
true.
I
That's
keep telling
true.
people, that
Hmm.
you're looking for Sorry, you were saying
No,
something?
I said that's very true. Your
Yeah,
own
yeah,
needs
because
change.
I'm
Yeah.
saying that you're looking for perfection. That perfection may be now for the next 1 month. What if this perfection changes after 2 months? You'll be devastated,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, I think being open and knowing that there will be tough situations, just I think one needs to just enjoy dating and have fun,
I think that's what people
even if
need to
it's you're
learn.
looking for a serious relationship.
Yeah, I think that's what people need to learn, right? When it comes to dating, that it may work out, it may not work out, but you figure it out.
Correct. Actually, I would also say that, and I can give that assurance, and I'm giving this assurance on the internet. So if somebody hears this, uh, if you give your complete self 6 months from the day you start, you will find your person. And now, in this 6 months, it also includes your internal reflection, who you're looking for. Are you dating the right way? You got to figure out yourself. Are you? So we talk about all of this on andwemet, right?
Yeah,
And those who have, and that's why I said those who have invested in this have found their person. So you need to invest time and effort. You can't say, "Oh, I'll be searched, I'll be found." You are one. You're actually a needle in the haystack, right? So become the
yeah,
haystack and
yeah.
start searching other haystacks which are visible.
Yeah, beautiful. So tell me, when it comes to marriage, how do people
Mm-hmm,
approach it? We hear a lot of, obviously because, divorces are more common now and things like
mm-hmm,
that. So
mm-hmm.
are people more wary when it comes to marriage? Younger people, older people? What is marriage like? Do
I
you think
would
it's
call
a
so yeah.
dying institution or what is it?
No, and before I talk about marriage, I think you're as young as you feel. So I always correct people when they say, "Oh my God, that person." Like, a lot of people in their early 30s say, "Shalini, I'm really old," and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? 30 is so young,
Yeah,
right?" I would say you could be 20 and still be old. But anyways, coming back to marriage, no, it's not dying. It's here to stay.
yeah,
It's here to stay along with other forms of committed relationship. I don't think marriage is the fear. I think the fear is just committing. That's the fear
yeah.
because they seek perfection.
So
They
what are
seek
the
perfection in
challenges? Yeah.
others. They forget about themselves.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's I think universally true for everybody.
Correct.
You have a checklist for everyone
Correct.
else. That's true. So what are people, juggling these days? I see, like, everybody is working long hours. There's so much work stress. Then you have to take care of children for many people. Then you have elderly parents to take care of, you know. So when you're talking about this element of romance and dating and finding the person, how does it all work? As you said, like there's
Great
exhaustion.
question.
Yeah.
Great question. I loved it. I just said earlier, give 6 months whenever you want to start. So, like we are talking in June. If you want to start in July, give 6 months, you'll find your person. You're absolutely right that, there's a lot of work pressure. All right. But you're still giving your 100% to the work along with your other social responsibilities, social, personal, family responsibilities. You may have children or may not have children, right? You are still doing it. But somehow, when it comes to finding your person, you become exhausted. This is, like I said, one of the most important decisions, right? You are upskilling yourself out of work to stay relevant. You're that busy, but you're upskilling yourself to stay relevant. Why can't you give 6 months, right? Just to find your person. I'm saying 6 months, be it on andwemet or anywhere you are. Give it all. And then you found your person.
What
So
does that
that one
look
part is
like?
done.
Giving it all. What does it look like?
Giving so I did talk about it earlier. Let me talk about it again. It what it looks like is taking a pause and understanding what am I looking for?
No, I mean
Is
also
this
in
what
terms of time, time commitment. How much? Half an hour every day or like, everything.
oh okay, you're talking about time commitment? Time commitment, yeah, give it 30 minutes every day.
Yeah.
15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening.
Really? Okay.
That's it. That's it. But before you do that is for your search. But before that, you need to figure out what are you looking for. Do you
Yeah.
know? Do you know what you're looking for? Or are you looking for someone that the society expects you to look for or you should have in your life? And they should look good in Instagram pictures? Okay. Or are you looking for someone you know yourself the most. Nobody knows you better than you, not even your parents, right? You know where, what you need to work on. Okay. So, and if you are insecure as a person, are you working on yourself before you even start the 6 month journey? Have you reflected? Have you introspected? Right? So you start with that. Once you have, and you have made, I would say your non negotiables should not be more than 3 to 4 points. And you cannot keep adding it, it will lead you to confusion. Right? So if your non negotiable is that the person needs to be kind, needs to be there for my family, needs to be ambitious or support my ambition, right? Needs to be, allow me to be me. We've already done 4.
Yeah.
So please don't say, oh, that person is very tall, that person is skinny, that's not your non-negotiable, right? Then you start interacting with the person and get to see if you're compatible. So I'm talking about just the basic introduction.
Yeah.
See if there's compatibility, and don't look for compatibility on text, please. So, and then when you meet, I also say, so when you meet again, I literally urge people, so I get a backlash at times. Please do not meet over coffee and meals. Meet over an activity as mundane as a board game, a walk in the park, because have more observation than conversation. Because it's really awkward. How do you start conversing?
Yeah.
It's a very awkward interaction. So, and then over time, so then when on your 6th meeting, when you're meeting over a coffee or a lunch or a dinner, that awkwardness goes away, that comfort comes in, and you've already got to know someone, right? Um, yeah, I would talk about this. That so is it making sense, Anuradha, what I'm
Yes,
saying?
absolutely. These are really good points.
Yeah, and I don't know. Do you want to talk about a trend that I
Yes, yes, I
see? Do
wanted
you
to
want to
ask
talk?
you,
Yeah,
yes, what are the
yeah,
trends? Yeah, yeah. Any trends that you see in relationships, dating, since you have a bird's eye view? Yeah.
yeah. So there's one trend that I see which I have not been able to understand, and the trend is that in your first 2 or 3 interactions, you literally, or for a lack of better word, vomit out your past poor growing up years or your toxic ex. You talk about that, all right? And you feel that, oh, I need to talk about my past and tell this person everything. And this person, you don't even know if this person could be your prospect. This person is a stranger. Both of you are having this conversation. It's exhausting from the word go,
Yeah.
right? If you and I are talking negative things, okay, and I'm not talking about this with one person because I'm meeting 5, 6, 10, and I'm doing this, my head will be so negative. So that, and when I tell people don't do this, they say, oh, but we need to be honest. Honesty, there's a way of putting out honesty. And firstly, it's your past. I really don't know what's true or not, but you make me believe it's true. So this trend will continue, but I just feel the way people communicate this, if it changes. So for example, if you say, if you ask, what did you learn from your earlier relationship? Okay, so you talk about your learnings versus spending hours and hours dissing your ex,
Yeah.
right? And if somebody is putting down their ex, please stop that person and say, let's not talk about that. Your ex is ex for a reason. Obviously, and I am not here to say, learn about how poor he or she was. Tell me, what did you learn from that relationship? Because you got to see, we all need to have that growth mindset. And
Absolutely.
you will know a
Mm.
lot about a person from that,
Yeah.
right? Even like, don't start a conversation saying, I'm not here for fun, I'm here to get married. Marriage is fun, right? So instead of saying that, you want to know, all you want to know is the relationship goal similar to mine, right? So ask that person, hey, what's your long term relationship goal? And give them a choice. Is it marriage? Is it live in? Is it companionship? Or you're unsure? And I can tell you what is mine,
Yeah.
right? So start conversations, like change the way you converse, I think. And I say, keep it light. Another trend that I see actually, and I should talk about it also, and I might get booed for it. People are seeking, I think even seeking a perfect partner is a trend, but people are seeking a partner to have meaningful conversations with.
Okay.
You've been single for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I'm sure you're having meaningful conversations with your friends, or you have friends, or your therapist. What meaningful conversation will you have with this person? I don't remember having meaningful Yeah, there are some decisions, some discussions we talk about, even if the work stress or if I'm feeling low, I talk, but we don't sit on it and say, okay, we don't dissect it,
Yeah.
right? Like, if
You're
we're
not
going for a
discussing
walk, we say,
the meaning of life every day. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Not
Hmm.
at all. Not at all. So that's what I tell people, that how do you define meaningful conversation? And how long will you have this? So yeah, so these are the trends that I see, which I don't understand.
Okay. Great. I hope listeners, it'll help them. I like the way you've not ignored these points, but you just helped us flip it a certain way, in a more positive growth mindset kind of way, like you said. Instead of saying
Mhm,
that I'm here for marriage, you just say that, listen, what's your life goal and what's my goal, and does it match?
mhm,
So, yeah, that's great.
mhm.
Yeah. Thank you, Shalini. Anything else you'd like to add? Any message for people who are out there
Yeah.
having a tough time?
Okay. Yeah. For singles, if you are looking for your person, know that perfection takes time and both of you need to invest in it. That happens once you found your person. But if you're looking for your person, please be open to invest time and effort. Um, and if you don't do it, it's not going to happen. That's all I have to say.
Great. Yeah, everything takes effort. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much, Shalini.
Thank you so much, Anuradha.